So this is it, the moment that we've been waiting for like 9 months. Our reservation at Quintonil. We're about to go have our meal. And unfortunately, it's going to be an interesting one because if you've been following along on my Mexico videos, you'll know that this will be my and Natasha's first full meal since recovering from food poisoning. So we just hope to make it through it. It's kind of like, I think it's going to be like the combination of ecstasy and torture in one. So we'll tell you all about it afterwards and we'll show you all the food we have. Chef Jorge Vallejo and his wife run Quintonil, a contemporary Mexican restaurant featuring ingredients from indigenous Mexico. It has been included in the world's 50 best restaurants since 2015. Let me walk you through our tasting menu. First, we had tortilla puffs with bacon fat topping on it and a sprinkle of ants. Also, next to it, we had some sauces and some bean paste that we could also eat with it. There was a little bit of an interesting oil, and it was quite a pleasant way to start the meal. Next up was an absolutely stunning salad called Milpa Alta, made mostly of cactus. It was a bit bitter and interesting, not our favorite dish. Next, we had a caviar, charred mamey, and crema de rancho infused in Melipona bee honey. It was very delicious. We really enjoyed this one. Next is the shrimp flauta with squash blossom and aguachile. And what's that? The secret ingredient?
Yeah, it's the chile de árbol oil.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah. Enjoy this.
Thank you. Oh, that is a gorgeous shot. Next up, we had some soft shell crab a la veracruzana. Interesting, a little different for us. After, we had roasted eggplant in black garlic mojo, macadamia nuts, basil, and hoja santa sauce. Interesting dish. We also had a dipping sauce for 2 homemade breads that we were offered to have with the meal. Then we had trout barbacoa style and grasshopper adobo with beans. Interesting dish. The fish was good. Next, we had nixtamalized beetroot from Las Chinapas and a sweet onion reduction. Next, we had braised oxtail in black recado, chile habanero, and a red glazed onion au jus. It was very good. For dessert, the first one was an interesting cactus sorbet. And the starring dessert, Jerusalem artichoke, apple, and smoked buttermilk ice cream. We truly enjoyed it. Okay, so yeah, I had to do my wrap-up of Quintonil a little bit later. About the restaurant, it's a very modern take on the design, very light and open spaces. You have some nice wood paneling on some of the walls. Where we were sitting, it was like a skylight on top, so you got a lot of natural light coming in. It was really beautiful. I loved the tables. They were all like a marble, but with green marbling. They were really, really gorgeous and opulent, sort of like really fancy metal patio chairs, expensive ones with all like a leather backing to sit on in your back. So the presentation and the look when you come in is really beautiful. The service was really, really good as well. It's not a stiff service. They are still friendly and very approachable. But the attention to detail is amazing. Like for one example, once I went to the ladies' room, another time we started chatting with the table next to us, and I just went to show them a picture. Every time I came back, my napkin had been refolded. And there was another thing that Natasha noticed when I think a server came and maybe refilled my glass of water. A drop had fallen, and literally right behind him, a guy came in and wiped it off. So the attention to detail and service was really, really amazing, really nice. Well, we had the tasting menu, which was 2,250 pesos. So I believe around $100 US just for the food, for the tasting menu. It's you know, it's the 11th best restaurant in the world, so that's actually pretty reasonable, although maybe more than what we're used to paying. And had a lovely cocktail with it as well. We didn't really go for the wine pairing menu. So yeah, there was like 11 dishes in the tasting menu, plus one extra one at the beginning that we got. The execution of the presentation and the composition of the dishes and playing with textures and tastes and all of that was really, really awesome. It was really impressive. I had read a lot of reviews online, and some people were very disappointed because they thought they were going to have the best meals of their life. Others kind of explained, and that's kind of what I agree with. You don't go there expecting the best food of your life. You go there for the creativity and the playfulness of the dishes. And for that, it is worth it. So I would say the highlights of the tastes that came across, there was a lot of saltiness and a lot of acidity, like citruses and such, and a little bit of spiciness, not too much. But it is a restaurant that is a modern interpretation of real Mexican food. It's different than what we are accustomed, and it's not going to be even though the taco on the street is different than any taco you'll have, you know, in anywhere else in North America, this is upgraded Mexican food, modern twist, very salty, very acidic, little bit of spicy. If you have a chance, make sure to mark your calendars and try to book online 2 months before your date that you want to go, because they go super fast, the reservations. Some people will also line up at the restaurant at the times of the menus are usually served at to see if there's a cancellation, and I wasn't there to witness it, but apparently it's quite aggressive. So try to do your reservation 2 months ahead of time online. And yeah, you'll have an amazing, unique experience, great restaurant.
Hit the like button, please leave a comment, and always remember to eat and travel outside of your comfort zone. See you soon.